Everyone, it's bong o'clock. And I just got fucking energy drink on my table. There's a dickhead with a fucking scooter. Or not a scooter, whatever you call them, quads. Being very annoying outside. New stream times! I'm trying to stream later in the day because I wake up at those times. I don't tend to... I feel like I lose a lot of energy. Oh. Alright. Again, immediately went to press M. So I discovered a couple things. First off being that... loot refreshes after a while. I didn't find a specific timer as to when it refreshes. So that will have to lay on the back burner. Guard and Rage. Slap 10 melee damage. Smash 6 melee damage to all entities in your zone, including yourself. Why would you do it then? Halves ranged and melee damage at the end if you took damage while guarding. Deal 6 melee damage to all entities in your zone, excluding... Oh, sorry, it does say excluding yourself. I can read. What have I got right now? Boulders. Slap, charge, punch, riposte. I like these too much. Guard is good. Guard is good though. And guard can be used a lot more reliably. So it's 8 and 16. This is 8 and 22. This is just, yeah. Yeah, all of this is good. Okay, right, that's what we're aiming for now. Fixer, these guys usually do tier 5, so this is null post. Alright, give me 2 seconds, goddamn. I let things irritate me too easily. Okay. Right. So we need a grand. And hope that these shoulders do not disappear. Let us continue on. So we've got the goblin... The goblin replication node shouldn't be too hard if I... get that guard. That fancy guard. Admiration. Oh yeah, how is everyone like doing crew-wise? Happy? Okay, they need cheering up. Mech repair, yep, fully operational. Do this. Yeah, you've got a good relationship with everyone. Oh yeah, we need to do training. What books have I got? Yeah, substantially increased driving skill. I bought this. See, with the substantial, that's still so little. I need to get a new video game, yeah, because we've got a very basic one. Oh, there's a city there, but don't know if this one. I think this one does tier 5s as well. Garden Rage. Okay, so this one has it as well. It's it's got a tier 4. Aiding the extraction. Oh, that means I have to survive X amount of time. Yeah. Okay. That's not a stop a thing. You know, like it's not a protect a thing mission. It's just, you know. Okay, this is pretty easy. He says, knowing full well that he sucks beans. Can the crew succeed with such a stupid captain? Find out on Nitro Gen Omega. Guys, if you need an announcer, let me know. I'm going to be upgrading my setup soon so my audio sounds better. I would love to be involved in like doing voice acting for this game. It'd be so fun. Night Goblin Chieftain. I'm already in there. Let's hope we drop in a bomb. Riposte. I have emergency dash, so they're all gonna want to be on top of me. The goblin's got one more move, so I think it's better to. I'm guessing this is dash to target, so we might still have to take this attack. So I'm gonna emergency dash over there. And then I'm gonna shoot. And that should avoid us a lot of the attacks. Yeah, that's glue. Glue doesn't seem to work right now. There's the riposte. Bonk! Yep, there's the dash. We stopped the attack. Yep, we can emergency dash still, even with the glue. All of this... So I'm guessing this is dash to target. Yep, so we're still going to take one hit. That's fine. Shot them. So we do less damage because they were in my zone. But considering how many attacks happened there, and I took 2... No, I took 1 hit. That's pretty good, you know. We're learning. I will apologize. It takes me a while to learn things, you know, compared to most people. I am very stupid. The worry is if they move straight away. So I don't want to do... I want to see what they're going to do. So I'm going to riposte here. Oh, we could charge punch and kill them. My charge punch should go off before their attack. I don't know. We'll risk it. Yeah, they're all moving. Okay. We're going to take this hit. Yeah, that was bad. They can fit a lot of like stuff in there. So unfortunately, detonate bomb is priority 1, so it takes ages. So Oh, hey, Al, thank you very much for the raid. That's very much appreciated. Thank you very much for the advice as well of don't die. I'm trying not to. I still continue to be bad at this game. But... okay, I think this might be a riposte bonanza, to be honest. Nah, because we're going to take a lot of hits if we do that. They're all moving then. So if I've got the heat that I can emergency dash again. So we'll move north again to lure them back into the thing. Yes, all of those are going to get nullified. Because they've literally all of them are moving this round. So then... they're gonna die. So we'll start working on the Gablino. And... okay, we might take some of these hits, because I think the goblins attack... that goblin's dead, so this is fine. This attack might hit us, because goblins tend to... so we're going to take these 2 attacks, we're going to take this, so we're taking a lot of hits. But yeah, I think the goblin attacks are priority 4, so that's going to hit us. So we will end with scan, just so we've got vision on the next zone. Oh yeah, I forgot I need to move my my thing. Yeah, so yeah, priority 4. So we're going to take a couple hits, which is not great, but that's them dead, so we stopped that attack. We're going to take Monk attack. Okay. Monki hit us for 8. Oh, and there's the instant guard. Nice one! I'm not saying that that should happen more often, but I would like to know why it happens, you know, and like how you can force it. Okay, missile, interesting. Those kind of missiles, as far as somewhere hit the zone. So if I move out of it in time, okay, they're not moving till then. So unless he's going to move twice. But we're going to end regardless with detonating the bomb. So we're probably going to have to take this attack. Because of just all my movement, like the way, you know, the time at when my movement priorities happen. Okay. We will emergency dash west. So we're probably going to take this missile. Not much I can do about that. Unless I deployed countermeasures. But I think we've got the health that that's not really a worry. Yeah, so then... oh no, I just want to... yeah, damage 17. Ooh, 17. Maybe not. Okay. So we're going to have to take some attacks anyway, deploy countermeasures. Fairly certain this one's going to go off straight away. So I think that should be fine. And then... just parry one of them. Doesn't really matter which. Yeah, I don't think it really changes. Okay. How was stream, Al? How was Dragoon? So there's the riposte. Bonk. Yeah, so we're gonna take 2 hits here, which isn't great. They're dashing. Yeah. Ooh, another guard though. Pretty easy despite being on disc 4. That's awesome though. Okay. Okay, so they just killed them, which is funny. missile goes off. That goes off. That missile took a long time to hit, a lot longer than I thought it would. Oh, they mark now. They didn't. I've not seen them mark before. That's good. Okay. I don't think a bomb's gonna be like super heavy in our. I wonder if any of the bosses will match the staff boss that shut down my dragoon mode and leveled me down. I have no idea, because everything you just said to me was largely gibberish. I know what a boss is. I've heard of those. I know what those are. I know what a boss is. I know what a staff is, or can be. But are you referring to a staff as in a quarterstaff? Or are you referring to a staff as in people that file monthly reports? Like it's an office boss, as in it's a large group of men and women in work attire sat in swivel chairs. And you fight them all. And do they shut down your Dragoon mode, as in they complain to HR and you're not allowed to use it anymore? You know, these are all... You know... These are all questions that we have, Al. And you're not answering them. And I don't think that's very fair of you. Okay, so they've only got one more move. I'm not going to... I'm going to actually... I'll set up my emergency dash... here. So they're gonna move, right? Okay, they're moving down. Yeah, so this missile's not gonna do anything. That's fine. I don't trust this to be a repostable attack. I assume it's... Actually, no, if they're gonna be in my zone... Oh, no, they're moving to... They're moving to zone south as well. Right. Okay. So, plans change. So they're going to be doing missiles, I guess, on both of these turns. And... slap? I guess? Of course not, because I don't own a tent. It would be hard to do anything I do to be fair. That was the... Nah, it's a stretch. Nah, you... Nah. I don't agree with that. A tent existing does not make it fair. Oh, no ammo. I didn't even think of that. Oh, they did rush. Okay. So we took a bit of damage there. Bears need tents. Yes, but... nah. Disagree. Disagree. Disagree, Al. Failed pun. Failed pun. Failed pun. I need an emote that says failed pun. Alright, so they're not moving till this one, so that means I can quite freely detonate the bomb. There's a lot of damage. They're attacking then. Okay. Oh, is my gunner has reload now? Okay. Yeah, I don't have that movement ability anymore. Okay, that's fair. That's fair. That's interesting. Used to own one, but those were past tense. I hate that. I hated that. Okay, the bomb should... Hold on. I can't even check. I don't know where he's moving. This is the problem. So I'm gonna assume he's doing a dash at me. No, because then I'm in the zone when he does that slam. I don't want to be in the zone when he's doing that slam. He likes to do that charge, so... I also need coolant. Problem is... regardless, if this is his, like... No, because he doesn't do it on a target. He does it to where I am. So this is fine. So I'm going to move to north. And then deploy Coolant. This should be fine. That's 15 damage. He's moving to E. And then... why does that do damage to me? Yeah. So he did the electric rush. Why did the... oh, so you can dodge the electric rush. Oh, and we survived long enough. I totally forgot there was a timer. I'm so good at this game. I clearly, like, pay attention and remember why I'm in a location. But it's money. We made marbles. And that is the primary reason for doing this. Oh, adorable. Okay. What's you got? Okay, so 2 tier 5s. So probably not going to do those. Just want to keep checking that this is available. What's our fuel? 71. We need to refuel very badly. We need another 3 hundo. Again. Oh, gonna keep forgetting this. It's a decent amount. So I did find out as well, one of the other things I found out is that cooking is all currently guesswork, which is, in my opinion, terrible. I think that's so stupid. This is one of the things I want to cover in my video when I actually, you know, sit down and record it, because that's my biggest problem, is actually sitting down and recording things. Is that there is just very little onboarding to the deeper systems of this game. And it's not that that's not something they plan to do. I don't know. I cannot speak for them. But right now, in this game that is available to purchase and play, you know, a lot of the things that make this game a little deeper than just a simple, you know, basic tactics game are things like its deeper systems, like its relationship systems, and those kind of things. And right now, those either aren't deep enough, in my opinion, like the relationship system. I think that needs deepening. Or the cooking system, which is just plain bad. I also realize I've started this mission significantly damaged, but if I fail this mission, then, you know, that's my own fault. The joys of wikification? Yeah, that's very true. I'm fairly certain I should be able to do this in one round. I don't have just a general move anymore. That's interesting. and just getting the money, like blitzing through these missions to get the money. Who needs a general move when you have a major move? This is true. Wait. General's higher than major. I think. But you could be a sergeant major. I'm not sure now. You've made me doubt myself. Admittedly, I don't have in-depth military knowledge, and you are American, and thus you know more about the military than I do. That is how it works. General is higher, but you don't need to pay that much for a move. You don't need to pay. You need to pay that much for a move. What? I genuinely can't tell in text when you're making a pun or not anymore. You tell that many puns that it is now no longer possible to have a normal conversation with you. I feel like you should learn something from that, Al. Generals have higher salaries than majors. You need a general move when you have a major move. But generals make more money. Nah, failed pun. Failed pun. Bonk. This is really rare, but the fact that you can just get wounded is kind of interesting. I'm not saying bad or good. It's just interesting. Hopefully this isn't enough to pass it over into a refresh, because I really want those shoulders. They're good. They're not an hard upgrade. But they are an upgrade. They're a little more than a side grade. They're like a diagonal upgrade. Again, just shoot them twice. Oh, damn! I'm actually gonna have to hit them again. Okay, you little bitch. Interesting that I still have ammo for this. Actually, I only have 2. Smack. Doom, 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 doom. One of the things for me at the moment, like beyond, you know, getting good enough to do the final missions, like late game missions, because there isn't much left, is like I've been very, very grateful to the people on YouTube that have been like, oh, please keep playing this game. I'm like, yeah, but eventually there's not much to do other than just try out the Ocelot, and is that really going to cover like a 4-hour stream? Not that it needs to, obviously, it's just one of them realities that eventually I will run out of things to do in this game until there is an update. And if that update isn't significant, you know. I really love this game. This game is awesome. You know, it's just, I feel like I have largely experienced everything the game has to offer. No, I think they're about the same distance. I don't know, maybe the other way was quicker, but it doesn't really matter, does it? We're not in any rush. Also, Al, we should play Metal Slug one day instead of BG, just for fun. Not for any reason other than I love Metal Slug. Dude, no one's good at Metal Slug. Like, it is not possible to be good at Metal Slug. The only people that are good at Metal Slug are speedrunners. And they're not human. They don't have rights. Yeah, so this is overall... Okay, so we're... Right. Problem. No, it's not a problem because these are on the legs. So that's fine. So we're getting more health. Yeah, because what I was worried was I was going to lose dash and dash to target. I'm not. They are... They will be present, so that's fine. Okay, cool. Okay. We got a lot of silverback stuff. Well, okay. Now, do we feel we can take on the Medusas? This is the question. The Medusas are what I'm scared of. Goblin Replanaut is annoying, but it's not backbreaking. Or compared to the Goblin Replanaut. Like, the Medusa is, you know, rough. I'm not going to deny that. But I think if we tank some damage and just go for it, you know? We can beat the Medusas. I just want to get this quest done, you know? This is all gonna be Ocelot parts. Didn't mean to do that. Where's... There it is. Okay. There's 2 golden Medusas. Fully operational. Let's give it a go. Okay, so they've got 3 actions per round. I absolutely just blitz them down. I don't... Why did I... I'm such an idiot. Okay, so all of their attacks have been done. Only the Golden Hydra is moving. Hopefully the Hydra just happens to move. It don't matter because it's after that. So... Emergency dash to the Hydra. And at the end, if you took damage while guarding, deal 6 damage to all entities in your zone next to yourself. No, I think just slapping them is better right now. Hydra, 'cause that's where we're going to be. And... double shot on the Hydra. Pretty decent amount of opening damage. I don't know how many of these abilities we're going to be able to dodge, is the thing. A lot of their attacks are going to get nullified simply because I moved. Whip isn't. Okay. Whip doesn't do a lot of damage. Yeah, 6. The only worry is if we get wounded at any point. That's 8 damage. There's a whip from them. Okay. Another whip, right. They haven't done any, I haven't gotten any instant guards as well, which is frustrating. But one of them's almost already dead. Another whip. So none of the... They didn't do any, things. There's the missile. Good. 12 damage. Okay, so 1 impale. Okay. So the Thresher is doing 4 actions this round. I think so. This is just to target them. I want to see who's where. Okay, so yeah, the Thresher hasn't moved. The Hydra has. We're going to need to reload if we do. Oh, so we have 3 rounds. That's fine. Okay. Don't think I have. I do. Okay, I have 1 more. What I'm thinking is slapping the Hydra twice. I can't. Am I that stupid? Yeah, I am. Everyone can overshift once. Can momentum shift once. I'm just that dumb. Okay. Okay, what can we do with you? Tracking isn't that important. Right, if I can't thingy with you, I'm just gonna scan. Okay. Okay, there's 2 whips. They'll hit regardless because they're whips. I think this is doable, but it's gonna be a pain. because it's not going to stop any of these attacks from happening. And the fear is if we get someone gravely wounded, that is all. If someone's gravely wounded, we can't act. That scuppers the plan. Because now we're going to take 3 hits. Okay, no. One of them we didn't. The Impale's interesting. Okay, one person's wounded. We took 6 damage. Okay, we're going to guard against these and do 6 damage. We're going to take half damage from this. So that's 3 damage. Okay. And the other one was an Impale, so that's fine. Okay, we can kill the Hydra instantly. That's 9 damage. I don't think they're resistant. So nothing else here matters. Okay, that should go off. I have priority because I'm player, so that should be fine. I'm more just thinking about what I do with this guy, you know? Right now, nothing. Again, I guess I'll just scan. That's just a whip. Then we will emergency dash east, because they're not moving at all. I didn't realize Garden Rage was 2 periods. Okay. That's actually really good. Or I'm guessing it can be, depending on when you use it. So that's them dead. Nice. One of them's down. We've still got 42 health. We've got people feeling steady or back to normal or determined. They're emergency dashing. We're going to have to boost. We're going to have to use thingy. Okay, we guarded it. The slingshot doesn't count because we're in the zone. We did 6 damage there. Nice. We scan. We're going to need to... Yeah, so they're still going to do that whip. Okay, so we're still not out of the woods. Because the thing is, this thing can just be like, no, you. Spikes. Halves ranged and melee damage when hit by a melee attack. Oh, because that's 3 rounds where I don't have to worry about what you're doing. So... I'm going to end with... Oh, actually. They might... The thing is they might move. And that's always what I'm really cautious about with these. This is why I don't like bombs. I don't like stuff that requires so much setup because you have to, like, be a lot more clever than I am. Right, I'm just going to risk... I'm going to risk the taking attack on this turn. Actually, no, I can just do it while they're... Yeah, this is fine. Because they're not going to be hurting me while they do this. They're going to attack on that turn. Okay. Yeah, halves is in if hit. Okay. Lash. Lash. Okay. Must be in the target zone. I don't have Riposte anymore. That's the problem. I'm going to reduce this down to 7, but that's still a lot of damage. You haven't got a momentum shift, so I can't. And he can't. Yeah, so he's just going to have to reload. I'm just going to have to take a lot of damage. Okay. Did you instinct guard on a time that you didn't need to? You did. That's kind of annoying. I mean, yeah, I don't take the damage, but I didn't... Okay, so it's only 12 damage because I've got reduced damage. They're at 42 health still. I don't know. I don't know if I can do enough damage. If this thing does 1 lash in this round, that really screws me over. Because you can't run from these things. God, you asshole. Right, that's gonna... How much am I taking? 3. And he's only gonna take 5 damage for this. Okay, okay, but I can move out of those at least. Okay, so we've got Instinct Guard on that. Is lucky. We're nullifying these 2 lashes, which is great. I'm going to do 14 damage to him. If I do this right, I can finagle it. You know? I really want to reload missiles. Okay, her being able to take 2 actions is great. Okay, they're doing movement. If they're just going to try and do Lash Loop... That could be really big. They're moving zone south. There's a whip. Okay. He has 21 health. Right. Okay. Here's what we do. Move to zone south. They're doing whip. That's fine. We're going to take a bit of damage. That is absolutely fine. So we shoot. We can only shoot once. That's going to do a bit of damage. And then... slap. And slap. So we're going to take this little bit of damage here. It's not a lot. It's 8 damage. That's going to be 6 damage. As long as my driver does not get gravely wounded, it's done. We're not even going to take that 6 damage. Because we go first. So we've done it. I think. Yes! Get in! Finally! Fuck you! Down you go. Absolutely excellent. We played that well. We stuck with it. I'm really happy with that. Go us. Go team. Excellent. Excellent. And whatever the reward is for this, it will not be enough. It will not be enough. It will not be enough, my friends. It will not. It will not. Back to San Miguel. Wow, it's been nearly an hour already. Gareth, crew back in one piece, and the Golden Medusa's dead. I'll be damned. Well, this ain't just about the marbles. We're keeping the desert clean. So, thank you. Heard they want to let you have the keys to an ocelot. You've earned it. It's our weapon of choice out here. Great for long-range work. Terrible in a brawl. But with good positioning and tempo, it'll be a menace to the machines. So we get a free ocelot, 750 marbles, and activity tokens. That's actually pretty good. Where do I switch? Can I just switch here? I'm not going to. I can. So we only got 1 wound from that as well. Back up to 1,000. Obviously, ocelot or ocelot parts. What's the story, Spaghetti Bolognese? God damn. Alright, so it's literally only the Goblin Replanot left, and that is an insanely difficult one. If any of you recall, the Goblin Replanot, we got through literally the first 2 out of 6 enemies, I think, total, at half health. The first 2. Part of that is obviously because I'm terrible. But that was that was a lot. Any chest I can get that gets rid of bombs at some point as well would be great, because I do not like bombs. They're too much setup, they're too unreliable. I know they do a ton of damage, but they're unreliable for my tastes. Oh yeah, missions. Machines organizing, gotta stop them fast. These ones usually it's like 2 fights, isn't it? Yeah, 2,000 marbles. I'll give it a go, because that's a lot of moolah to pass up. But for 2,000 marbles, whatever this mission is, I do not think we'll be able to accomplish it. 2,000 marbles is so much money, so that means this mission is going to be ball-achingly difficult. Again, I clicked on the thing. Okay. Trapper. So we're starting our turn in here. Probably means we're going to take some hits here. Okay. This is a dash to target, I imagine. Okay, that's fine. Take an attack. That'll be Overwatch. I don't know what this is. Slash, fine. 3 damage, nothing. There's the missiles. Oh, they were gluing target. But I'm guessing you can only glue if you're not in... That was awesome. You can only glue if you're in a different zone, I guess. Bad rage. 1 damage. 1 damage. Boom. Duke kaboom. Oh, I love that they're in the background. That was awesome. Okay, we're taking, you know, little bits of damage, but this is fine. This is fine. Alright. So, orders. Smash. This should just kill them. Unless they move. Shoot. Just pick one. Pick fun. There are 3 German accents. Effeminate German, Nazi German, and effeminate Nazi German. Pick fun. I shouldn't laugh at that, but I still find it funny. The annoying thing for me is I never treat these moments like I'm not going to win. When I should play on the assumption that that something might go wrong, but I never do. Alright, that's 1 mission down. There's no way that was 2,000 marbles. I'm guessing it's gonna be like 3 of these or something. Or the next mission's gonna be just god awful. She's almost at B tier though, so that's good. What's that? Mitsuko. One thing that can never be taken away from this game is its soundtrack is absolutely fire. Well, I suppose they could literally take the game away, the soundtrack away. They could just turn it off, which would be taken away from the game, but I don't think that's gonna happen. That would be weird, in my opinion. Oh, fully operational. Nice. Okay, that's a Medusa of some kind. But it's a Medusa. Single enemies are usually not that difficult. So, again, there must be a third one. All this money's way off. Maybe it's not a time investment? Like, bitch, I thought you're, like, highest variant. Open up with a double shot. Let's see if they move to me. Doesn't look like they're going to. I will fire missile. Okay. Don't know what that is. I should, because... But my tracked triggers first. They don't overlap, which is, you know, strange. If I just guard and rage, I know I'm not going to be doing any damage to it, but I'm going to be stopping these two attacks from doing any significant damage to me. So I'm taking a damage there. Don't know what this is. I've forgotten what Medusa's special is. And then I will just scan for the next round. I think that's the first time I've ever seen glue. Okay. I don't think I've ever seen it, me ever fill the timeline. But that's a whole timeline. And because of tracked, we're doing 10 damage with those opening shots. There's the missile. So we're just stopping these two from doing max damage. So yeah, 1 damage. Oh damn, 2 impales. So the missile will end next round. I think literally at the end of the first one? Yeah. Impale. I'm fairly certain they will be dead. After that. So but regardless, again, play like you might lose. Okay, so that impale's gonna... Oh, interesting. So they don't always impale in the correct places. These west and east, I'm in south. Okay, okay. Not what I meant to press. Again, all of this is probably moot. But... Okay, okay. So that should be them dead. Damn, 11 damage. Was that a crit or something? There must be a third one. You can't trick me, game. There's a third one to this. There's a third one. There's a third one. Friendship. You can tell these developers are European by the fact that their first floor is the first floor off the ground. Which is one of the few things that I agree with Americans on. That the first floor is the first floor of the building, as in the first floor that you see, that you walk onto. There isn't a ground floor. It's just first floor, second floor. You know what I mean? It's one of the few things that I'm like, yeah, America, you got this. Alright, we've come far enough to beat 2 of these. So I've got to stick it out and beat the third one, regardless of what it looks like. I don't think it's going to be that bad. Okay. A Cerberus, a low-tier goblin, and a Medusa. So the... Okay. You know, you gotta... They're finishing strong. That's not a baby mode. That's not baby. Okay. So the gunner, I can kill instantly. Literally, 1 shot. So let's do that. Get them out of the way so that whatever they do after that is meaningless. If they dodge it, obviously a problem. But will they dodge it? I'm more scared of the Medusa. There's buildings that have basements, then a floor that's half above and half below ground, then floors above that. There's buildings that have yeah, yeah, but then you put basement 1. You know, or -1 if you want to be a psychopath, but you just put basement 1 for the basement floors. If a floor's half above, half below ground, it's still the first floor. That's still the first floor. Because that is the one that you would enter first. You know, that is the bottom floor. That's where the lobby of... basically, wherever the lobby of a building would be, is where first floor is. Pale North, so that's fine. Overwatch, none of this matters. This is all dodge. South. I should find you a house tour that make you man in that regard. I think it's in New York. It's a 4-floor apartment with a weird layout. Depends what you mean by a weird layout. Free damage? Yeah, I ain't scared. I'm not actually taking damage when that animation plays, so I think it's a bug. Boom. Okay, so they're dashing to target. Whatever this is, we'll just tank it. Is this a flamethrower or is it a... Because they do have a melee attack, but they tend to do their flamethrower a lot more. Bottom floor went out to a yard, an alley in the back. Second floor was bedrooms, bathrooms, and was half at street level. Third floor had stairs going up to it. Was the entryway, living room, kitchen. Top floor was master bedroom. I think it was New York. Saw the video 4 years ago. Okay, so where you put your rooms in a house is up to you. That's fine. That doesn't really... I mean, it's weird. I'm not going to deny that it's dumb. Like, it's a dumb layout, but it's fine. But then, what did you say? You said third floor had stairs going up to it. Yeah, so then having the entrance require you to go up 3 flights of stairs, essentially, or 3 flights worth of stairs, like 3 floors worth of stairs, is just pointless. That's dumb. Why would you do that? Why would you have 3... Why would you have 3 floors of... Just put a door on the ground where the people are. Delivery drivers must hate them. Okay, then... Let's just double shot. I'm not scared of dying here. I'm a little scared. I think this is their, like, double bite thing. So what we'll do is... And then... Garden Rage. You could exit the back at the back on the bottom floor, or exit at the front at the 3rd floor. That just sounds like they've decided that their door is their front door, which people do. They're dumb, and I hate them. But, yeah, it was flamethrower. Good thing I didn't. I keep forgetting I don't have riposte. I keep thinking in terms of riposte. I don't have it. The big question is there a 4th mission? Yeah, double bite. It's fine, so we're going to take 3 damage. And the Impale is going to do damage to the Cerberus, I guess, as well. No? Okay, interesting. But we do damage to the Cerberus there. This avoids the double bite. Unless they do dash to target here. They're not doing that. Slap. The Medusa. That means the Medusa's dead here. None of this matters. Okay, that gives us a chance to reload. And track you. So we can just shoot you next round. Yep, good. I love the animations of this game, man. It's so pretty to look at. It's so colourful. It's awesome. I think there might be a 4th, because I don't think these 3 missions warrant 2,000 marbles. Did we just instinct guard fire? This should kill him. Okay, it's the tracked. Oh no, evasion is reduced. Okay. So there's tracked and there must be... Oh, tracked and marked. That's why. Learning stop, drop, and roll instinctively. Yeah, clearly. I'm guessing he's going to move and do a flamethrower, so I'm just going to slap him, and that should end him. If he'll move here. Okay, no. I'm curious if Overwatch and... Oh, we are going to kill him. Oh, no, because we do less damage if he's in my zone. So I think this one... Yeah, not quite. Yeah, we still kill him with a slap, so it's fine. There's no way there's not a 4th. There's a 4th. There's not a 4th. Holy crap. Hold on. Excuse me. Move my beautiful noggin. That should be enough. So we're up to 3,000 Morbellos. Hold on. What we gotta do? Increase melee damage of this pilot by 1. Excellent. 2,000 marbles. Damn, I was not expecting that to be 2,000, you know? So much! I don't think there was a patch, so we just got very lucky there. Yeah, they're all tier 4, tier 5, so I ain't doing those. Look at all these people, though. They all look great. What the hell is going on here? Sir, you are a very, very distinct individual. I have no qualms with you, sir. Except for maybe the bald spot. That's a very, that's a very distinct look. Suppose more games don't include dead zone areas in the bottom right with the prevalence of streaming. Yeah, I mean, it's a thought, isn't it? At the end of the day, I think... while I agree I'm surprised, I'm glad it isn't the case, because I don't think a game should be designed around that. Which corner do you prefer maps in? Top right, I guess. World of Warcraft. I think top right for WoW. That's usually where I expect to see them, I think. Again, think being the operative word. I don't think I've ever been bothered by where a map was. I think the only place I would find weird is maybe bottom left. I don't know why, there's just something odd about that to me, in my head. I'm trying to imagine it and be like, nah, that's not where your eyes are. A core. We have a... We don't have a legendary core. Okay, let's have a look at this. Scan, deploy smokes, deploy countermeasures. Okay. Higher health. Scan center. I do like scan center. The only problem with scan center is it means that I can't... Oh no, I can. I can still benefit from using it at the end of a round. A lot more smokes, a lot more countermeasures. How much is the health difference? Not a lot. If any, 16 to 90. 3. Top left would throw you off the most? Nah. Well, yeah, because that's where health is. That's where your health bar is. Yeah, top left is weird. Never mind. I take it back. I can't do a tier 5. I will absolutely get shredded. You can't convince me I won't be turned into absolute paste by a tier 5. Both bottom right spots I've seen in RTS and CRPGs. I don't recall seeing one in a CRPG, but I also don't usually pay attention. But yes, RPGs, now that you're saying it, I'm like, yes, RTSs, all the time. Gigantopithecus arms. Shoot cannon, reload, double shot, and track. Okay. Hold on, I have, yeah, I have these. Damn, you can get higher? Ooh, healing gel. What have we... No, but we've currently got, yeah. Coolant, overdrive, extinguish fire, and it's 60. Yeah, we can't swap to the others. What are your fixer missions? Tier 4, salvage ops need stuff from the wastelands. But pre-war goods out there could be valuable bullets, missiles, and fly. Okay, 800 for tier 4. We should be able to manage that. I'm gonna do this. I played some shitty RPGs. That's fair. You have played a lot of games. I have become more and more selective. Yo! We haven't fought a knight in a while. Goblin Paladin, Knight Errant. Yep, they've got 3 missiles. Goblin's gonna charge at me. Maybe open with a slap. Do 6 damage to everyone. Not a slap, sorry, a smash. Wood smash. Not sure. I kind of want to I want to make use, honestly, of my I need to make more use of this, because this is an extra 10 damage at the start of a fight. So that's 20 damage I could do, like, from the get-go. I think he's got a good chance of dodging me. So I'm not gonna... Oh, I just want to check something. It marked, yeah, marked. Okay, so he's gonna move in at this point. So Garden Rage. Okay, so we're taking a hit there. These will be glue, I'm guessing. We will deploy a bomb. Oh wait, no, I can't. No. I was going to deploy a bomb and then dash away, but I can't without still taking damage. Although, actually, yeah, we end by deploying a bomb where we end up. Emergency dash. South. So we're still going to take this hit. Are they just going to throw bombs everywhere again? Again, glue doesn't seem to do anything. Okay, that only did 8 damage instead of... Oh, I get, yeah, because they're not in... They're in my zone. It'd help if I, like, actually paid attention. So everyone's in this zone, so I'm going to do 6 damage for free, which is nice. I say free, I'm going to do a total of 18 damage to across them all. Oh! Oh. Do we take this? No, we don't. Nice one. Move out the way. Pop a bomb. Okay, they're just going to keep deploying bombs. They're moving. Guess that's another bomb. Okay, so... They're not moving till the end there, so I'm only going to be able to hit the Goblin Paladin with the explosion, which means I could probably get away with using my movement to go west here. Wait, no, because they're attacking, so surely they're going to move again at some point. Regardless, we are going to end with detonating a bomb. They're just moving twice. What I want to try and do is bait out when... Yeah, so they're moving then. So if I slap here... If I slap the chieftain... Slap. Yes. Probably going to take a hit here from... Yeah, okay, that's all fine. That's going to be a missile. Emergency dash. West. We're only taking one hit. I'm fine with that. There goes the Goblin. The Knight is just going to blow himself to bits. Because his AI is just beans. We move out of the way. All of those goblins attacks me nothing. They're shooting a missile. I don't think we're going to be able to stop it in time. Unless that is a zone-specific missile. Nope. Okay, 12 damage. That's a lot of damage. Not going to lie. There we go. Blow you to bits. 15 damage. I can't shoot the Goblin Paladin. Is the problem. So I'm out of ammo. I need to reload. I'm going to go here. That should kill them. They have to move here in order to be involved in the conversation. Avoid countermeasures. That should prevent it. Right. So they're not coming north with me. That's annoying. But... Okay. Wait, what? Oh, glue target. So it was still targeting me, but it said west because that's where I was, which is awkward. Yep, shooting a missile, that's fine. Countermeasures, ignore that. Reload. Throwing another bomb. don't... Hold on. We do extra damage as long as they're not in my zone, so this should kill them. Just in case. It's weird that I'm not sure what that animation is denoting, you know? But this should kill him. Yeah, 8 damage. I love that he points when he fires his missiles. It's so fun. No. Alright. Another big boy mission. Dunzo. Someone pointed out that the books are color-coded. I need to remember that. Because I don't remember things. Well, so good thing I guess I made them happy, but... Yep. Alright. I would like to know how many missions it is until these reset. That would be interesting. Again, as I've said, there is currently 0 reason to engage with any of the cooking right now. Yes, there's combat buffs. I am not wasting my money on it. You know, and time and brain power to find a bunch of recipes. I don't like guesswork. I think it's boring. Hold on, I didn't even check for other missions. And that might just be me. That's the thing. Is like some people might be like, yeah, hell yeah, I love discovering, you know, how to build things. I love discovering recipes. That's like the best thing of any game, is literally wasting time, money, and resources into discovering recipes. And if that's your bag, that's awesome. That's great. I'm glad you enjoy it. I think it's terrible game design. But that's the thing. Is it terrible game design if people enjoy it? That's the thing, is like, how many people have to like a thing before it is considered good on a more objective level? You can't objectively say something's good, but you can be like, you know, food is on a pretty objective level good, you know, because most people, 99.9% of people, enjoy eating food. So food is good, you know? So it's like, how many people have to like a video game mechanic for that? video game mechanic to be considered good. You know, to be the right way to... That's the thing. There's no right way to do things. I think that's the other part of it. Is like being good and being right are not necessarily the same thing. Tier 5s. They have not reset. Not only have they not reset, they are shit. They are crap. That's crap gear. Yeah, so we're not going to get any legendary Monki stuff today, unless it resets sometime soon. I could give the Replanot another try. You know, we can Dark Souls it. We can smash our head against a wall. Little mouth move. I never noticed that. Little flappy gums. Ba-dum-bum. Clean up, clean up. Yeah, come on. 728, easy. Too easy. Yeah, see, baby stuff. Oh. Fiery Etin. Ogre. It's not a fiery Etin. Okay. So he's got guns. Okay. Okay. The goblin boss is going to move straight at me, I'm guessing. They're going to move pretty quickly. So... Okay. Wasn't expecting that. Let's go. All of this should mean nothing. All going well. This kills this thing. Hold on, wait. Full shot. We need to do a full shot. There we go. This kills this guy. If he's not in my zone. We've got 3 rounds, so I'm going to use your momentum shift now just to get a shot off on you and make as much use of this as possible. Okay, that's... yeah, I didn't... Oh, we still got 11 damage off. 3 damage. Ah! Nice. Okay, cool. As long as they're not in my zone. I'm guessing the ogre's still gonna shoot. Shotgun. That's fine. 5 damage. But we've killed one of the Gablin. Bye-bye. Making better use of that first round of massive range damage is a lot more important than I give it credit for. So we want to be away from it, basically, is all I want to make sure is happening, you know? But there's no way to do that without scanning, and I don't really want to waste it on a scan. Okay, they're moving then, that's fine. They should, in theory... I'm assuming he's moving to where I'm going. Oh, he's moving to where I am, that he's moving to target again, but I could be wrong. You need to reload. Okay, that's fine. Take a little bit of damage. Move. Acha! As long as they're moving west. God damn it! This always happens, man. I don't know how many times I've done this to myself. It's so funny. Alright, we should be able to dodge the smoke, the shotgun now. They're moving to target again. Yep, nice dodge. It's funny. That made me laugh. So that's going to be a reload, I'm going to assume. Is he moving at all? Alright, he's doing a big boy attack. Right, that's annoying, actually, because, yeah, it might be a charge, but I'm fairly certain it's going to hit me before I'm able to really do anything. I should have done this here. Yeah, I don't know why I left it so long. I've not handled this perfectly, but I can't shoot cannon because the evasion's going to be better there. So I'm gonna actually deploy the bomb where I'm going rather than taking all of these attacks. Because this should kill him. We're only taking one attack for the privilege. So we get a crit. We do not. Yo, that looks rad. Alright, there goes the goblin. Charged punch. Yeah, so it's priority 4, so we wouldn't have been able to dodge it. And from what I recall, that thing smacks. Let's see where you're going. They're going E. And they're going to punch. Interesting. Strange choice. Yeah, it must be in your zone. And they're going to E. That's weird. Maybe they predicted it. That's where I'd end up because I move a lot. No, because I don't think the AI is that clever. Always makes me want to crack my knuckles. Yeah, that's very strange. We are going to assume he is moving away from me. Or towards me this time. I don't think I need to do anything with you. No, I did play Coolant actually, we're pretty hot. Yeah, they're moving south. Cool, they're dead. They're still gonna shotgun me. So, you know, not perfect. Oh no, they went for a punch. Interesting. Bye. Nice. Yeah, so yeah, purple books for purple. Yeah, that makes sense. I know it's not purple there, but it's purple in the menu. Might as well boost everyone's happiness. Well darn. I need to reload. Not reload, refuel. Was this not where I was supposed to come? Am I dumb? Don't answer that. Oh yeah, of course. Yeah. Medal. Nice. You've got all babby stuff. I'm gonna check this one more time, see if it's refreshed. I'm guessing it's a lot of missions because, you know, I imagine they're aware of the fact that you have to save, so they want to give you as many like battle opportunities to save up. Gigantopithecus heart. That's what we have, right? Ooh, deploy healing gel though. So they have reset. Yeah, we've got a Gigantopithecus heart, but ours doesn't have healing. It's coolant, overdrive, and extinguish fire. This one is extinguish fire, overdrive, deploy coolant, and healing. Healing 10 hit points is nice. But I don't think it's worth 4 grand right now. Okay. But they have reset, so let's go look at the other areas. That means we can go back up to Phoenix Point, or whatever it's called. I just want some legendary shoulders. That's all I want. I know we just upgraded our shoulders this session, but come on, I want legendary shoulders. I want to be doing more melee damage, not just, you know, a wide variety of it. The guard is nice, you know, so that is going to be a factor. Oh wow, beans! So where's the other one? It's called like Null Point. The thing is as well, is like once I've done the Replanaut, I'm fairly certain I won't be streaming this again until there's an update of significance, you know? Unless people genuinely like watching me grind, but even then it's like, I don't. Of our reach. What you got for me? Nothing! There is some more. There's some way down south. I think there's this one over here actually as well, isn't there? To the right of... No, it's further down. Gonna need to refuel as well. Yeah, I want to make my video on it, and then I'll probably be done with it for a while, just until there's like more content. It's like, this is a great game, and I really, really love it, and I love the concept, but the biggest... Stupid. The biggest problem for me, and I've said it a couple times already now at this point, but the biggest problem for me is this can either be a super simple introductory game to kind of tactics games, or this can be the groundwork for a pretty long running project. And that depends on, for one, the audience that it gets. You know, if it gets a wide enough player base. Like, no, it's not going to get the player base that, like, RimWorld has. But if it gets a decent player base and it gets people talking and people are interested in it, this is a game that could very easily be iterated on, have expansions, DLC, more stuff added to it to make it a bigger, wider reaching game with more complicated systems. Bulls, we're on a good path. Cores seem to function like storage, like hard drives. When a machine forms by absorbing scraps, it starts to learn, to improve. The models that survive are eventually stored, modules, and they become molds. We need to recover every core we can and identify weak points in each model. There's a Replinot in the Arbus Desert, north of San Miguel. Know what to do. Alright, so we've got more of these. Okay. The Medusa Replinot. Yes, I saw a mention of this in the Discord and was immediately like, well, balls, I don't want to do that. Pretending a carrot is a gun. I want to try the Goblin Replinot. That's all I want to do. One more attempt at the Goblin Replinot before we stop. This is probably going to be my new stream time. Like, I could quite happily go on. The problem now is more that I don't want to just grind on Steam and sit in basically silence, because I'm not great at, like, just making idle conversation with myself most of the time. I could talk to, like, people. I could, you know, just natter away all the time. But, yeah. I just want to try and get some upgraded stuff. I think this place at the bottom right can also sell legendary gear, because I'm fairly certain I've seen legendary gear here. Is this one null point? One of them's null point. I've been to a null point. I know that much. Null post. I haven't been to a null point. I lied to myself. Okay, beans. All beans. A compare window would be nice as well to your currently equipped. I don't think that'd be that big a deal. It looks like UI-wise that there is room for it as well. Obviously, I know that they want to keep this cool art, but yeah. Compare window, I think, would be very, very appreciated by a lot of people. Alright, we will give the Goblin node a try, and then I'll call it for today. But I like the new stream time. I definitely feel a lot more awake and a lot more, like, motivated. Yeah, I am great. Oh, yeah, I forgot. There's a limit. There's a limit. But weirdly enough, I already have the achievement for getting all the Replinots. I have not done it. But I have the achievement. I think the quickest way would be this way. think I've said it before as well. I'm fairly certain there's going to be a crafting system in this game. It like currently the drops from enemies are seemingly useless. Like, they don't do anything. The only time I think there's 2 quests where they ask you to, you know, gather something. It could definitely use one. Gathering gear in this game isn't fun right now, and I think that needs to be changed. I don't think you should be so heavily reliant on RNG regenerating shops to buy your gear. The primary way of getting gear in RPGs has always been either crafting it or looting it. Yeah, so it's 3-3-2, I think. Yeah, that's why this one's harder, because there's more enemies. Alright, we'll give this a go. And then see how we do. If we, you know, if we beat it, we beat it. If we don't, we don't. Either way, I'm going to call it after this, just because there's just not a lot to do in the game anymore. My favourite mech loot system has always been the ability to salvage non-destroyed parts of mechs you beat. Yeah. Surge 2, kind of, the Surge game, you know, stuff like that. Okay, Chieftain's moving in. Hopefully they don't move straight away as well, because then we get some free attacks. Battletech, yeah, good example. Too many attacks, man. Too many attacks. Yeah, so I'm getting one of the double shots off. So one of them's dead after this first this guard rage. So we instincted that. But we didn't this, so we're still going to do the rage. When do you want to attack? Yes. Okay, so we're blocking these next 2 attacks, or like, again, like, you know, reducing the damage. I need to reload. Need to get that out of the way. Yeah, we're just going to have to resign the fact that we're going to take a lot of hits. Oh, crit. Damn, 22. Okay. I don't think they're good at dodging. Because in theory, I could kill this guy right off the bat. This is all Overwatch. That sounds awful. This sounds awful, but it's a bad leftover casserole. If I say so myself, but it's leftover green beans, leftover taco meat, leftover rice mix. Not a bad. Okay. Sure. I mean, just as long as you're happy, you know, as long as you're eating. There is also a decent chance I do not dodge these attacks for some reason. This is too many attacks. The goblins need tuning. They are not balanced. Why did I do that? I've literally just cancelled out all this smoke. No, I haven't. I've cancelled out this one because it's only in your zone. Have I eaten? Yes, I've eaten. Don't move when you've deployed smoke, you idiot. Okay, yeah, if you all stand there, that's great. Okay, so we take this hit. That's fine, so that's 7 damage. They're marking us. Tracking us. So yeah, the smoke is going to mean nothing because they do this. Okay, I've just fired a missile at myself. Yeah, I am amazed that my movement has a higher priority. I'm going to take so much damage. Right, part of that was my mistake. I can't complain there. The missile's gonna hit straight away, so I need to move. Do I move with driver? Oh no, I can't fire a missile anyway, so I will move south. Looks like they're going to overwatch there. I should have moved north and slapped. Okay, that's fine. If you move there, that's going to hit both of them. We're closer to 2050 than 2000. Yeah, I've heard that. That is how time works. I don't know if I can guard and dodge at the same time, so we'll find out. Nice. Yep, I'm not going to dodge any of them. Oh, partly because he tracked me. Nice. Okay. And my melee damage has been upped by 1. Oh, yeah, because they moved in. That's so interesting. That's really cool. Alright, honestly, I want to reload before and... When is your movement going to be? If it's going to be in this moment, then that's... Okay, track, that's fine. We'll go for the slap. I think they're going to move. They're going to move in one of these. Yeah. Oh, but I have higher priority. So, this should be meaningless. Actually, maybe not, because it takes effect immediately, so... That's them dead. Okay, so it's 2 more enemies, but they are the highest tier goblins, and I am at half health. Okay, it's 3 enemies. I cannot do this. There's no way. Okay. Yes, we're taking more damage. Okay, but they're not tracking. Free damage. Any instinct guards would be great. Gonna move to E. I was really worried they were gonna move on top of me. We're still gonna take 2. We're gonna take 2 hits of 6 here. Again, unless we get any lucky things. No, no. Nice. Okay, we dodged that at least. But again, now we're about to take 2 hits of 6. Oh, thank Christ. Oh, that's very lucky. That's very lucky. Okay, options are run the hell away constantly. Those are the options. This is feasible. If I can take as little damage as possible. Move at the right moment. She doesn't have one, damn it. Okay, you do though. Yeah, okay. Okay, so we're gonna take this hit. Then moving to target. Yeah, I think... So they've already used their move. So... Go... north. Okay, all of that means meaningless. So this is great. Detonate bombs. We have to deploy coolant. I don't know what their special is, so that worries me. But we're still going to take that second hit there. Yeah, we're 9 health, man. He's got 30 health. I need to bait out as many of their attacks as possible. So that's glue. That's glue. Okay. We're just gonna have to hope we get lucky with none of them attacking here. Okay, they're moving to target. That's fine. They will die. They have one more. If we get lucky, one of these is an instinct. That's a slash. They're dead, so this doesn't matter. This is glue. We'll just move. I need one of these to attack twice, okay. This is still extremely unlikely. But not impossible. I can safely shoot him in the first slot, because that has to be a movement if he wants to get near me. So I can bait that out. Or fire a missile. We can't, because I don't have the ammo. Okay, so no. Okay, so he's gonna move there. That means I have to guard. So I don't have the priority. We can move then. Problem is if he specials. No, because he has to use his last one to move. Yeah, he's gluing. That's fine. Do you have one? You do. If we get lucky and instinct, that's, you know, brilliant, because I literally can't take more than one more attack after this. He's in my zone, which means it does less damage than it could have done. No, we didn't instinct it. That's fine. We're moving. We did 6 damage. Okay, so as long as I hit him first, we win. I have to hit him with a slap. That is the only thing I can hit him with. But as long as I hit him first, we win. Which we can do. Okay. It ends here. No matter what. It ends within these first 3. Because he's going to move within one of these. I need to hit him before he does any more attacks. Okay, he moves then. We slap here. We will have higher priority than anything else he does. That's a slash, that doesn't matter. Reload. Good. Okay, right. I think we win. I think we win. Because we either win or we die right here. Come on. Yes. Absolutely fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. Absolutely cracking. Chuffed with that. Absolutely. Turn to lockstep. Okay. I'm gonna refuel first. Don't think they're gonna have anything. Because they're all, yeah, they're pretty basic stuff. Oh yeah, I forgot. Not that this is like giving me much XP at this point. It's giving me a decent amount. I've heard the Medusa one are going to be trying the other frame next time. I don't know, because again, even like I might tinker with it. We got the keys for it for free. But I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if I can spend, you know, like a whole stream on it. Maybe. Incredible. Incredible. We have suspicion about these cores. Now we have 2 we can study. Actually, you've had several at this point now. We'll get to work immediately. Thank you, truly. Here's something for you. It's an ocelot part, if you fancy yourself a gunslinger. I don't. Come back later. That was the absolute closest a mission has ever been. Expensive to get a whole second mech up and running too. Yeah, that's the thing is, I have the mech for free, but to get the mech to where I want it to be, I would have to invest the equal, like, you know, to then be doing this level of mech work, I would have to invest so much more money that I would just have to earn by doing missions. But I can't do the missions to, like, I would have to either, like, preemptively buy the parts and then swap to the mech, and by that I'd be guessing what mech, you know, like what parts are good, you know, because I don't know what my playstyle will be with that mech. So it's a lot of guesswork for swapping over to another mech. Yeah, it'd be fun to try it out, but this is why crafting and other things should be the methods with which you expand your mech, and that you should choose to either start with the Monki or start with the Ocelot. Getting it halfway through at basically level 0 would be pointless. No, it's not pointless, it's just not rewarding. There's no reason to switch. No, I don't think you can choose. I might check that after the stream, but I don't think you can choose. So it's really awkward. You know, I want to try the Ocelot. I also don't want to waste my time. You know, yeah, I keep all my current mech parts for my Monki, but why fix what isn't broken? You know, there's a reason you choose your class at the start of the video game, not, you know, halfway through. You know, you don't start with Space Marine and then get halfway through and decide you want to be a Paladin. You know? You don't start with, you know, a Bard and then only unlock level 1 fighter at level 6. You know? These are the issues. Well, this wouldn't be a respec. This wouldn't even be a respec. This would be a complete rebrand because I have to spend money on it. I don't get the marbles refunded for swapping over to an Ocelot. I would swap over to an Ocelot, have the Ocelot at bare minimum settings, and then have to rebuy everything. It's not great design, in my opinion. I really like this game. It's just not perfect. But anyway, that'll be it for now. I will be back possibly tomorrow. I'm still tinkering with my days off. We'll see. Alright, but for now, thanks, Al, for popping in. That's very much appreciated. Anyone else that stuck around after the raid, you know, very much appreciated. Y'all have... could the Ocelot be an upgrade path? Potentially. It is not. It is a different style of mech. Alright. I'm out of here.